What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm gonna show you how I made these. Beautiful, delicious, crispy, juicy, smoky, amazing 0 to 400 pellet grill chicken wings. Coming up. These are some chicken wings. Pat them dry. And what I got here is some chicken wings. Picked these up at the grocery store, and per usual, I got the full wing because they're a little bit cheaper. It does not take much to break these down. And when you break them down yourself, you're a lot less likely to have broken bones that you're gonna see a lot in the pre-broken down packages from the store. But today we're taking a look at the 0 to 400 degree pellet grill chicken wing technique, which is something I've seen floating around the internet for a while now. And if you're unfamiliar, essentially you take some chicken wings and you throw them on your smoker while it's still cold, then you turn it on to 400 degrees. And while the pit comes up to temp, in the early stages, you're gonna get a lot of smoke from the fire up, giving you plenty of flavor and smokiness on its way upward to 400 degrees. And by the time it gets all the way up there, temps are hot enough to crisp your skin, giving you some smoky, crispy wings. And it's a concept I like quite a bit. I actually did a video a couple years back where I did a similar concept in the deep fryer, because with the fryer I got, it takes about 30 minutes for that thing to get fully heated up, then another 20-30 minutes for the wings to cook. So I figured if I just put them in the oil, then turn the fryer on, it would kind of cone feed them low and slow on its way up, saving a lot of time. And it worked out pretty well, and definitely a great technique that I use for weeknight wings, like what we're doing today. And it should work out on the pellet grill. I don't see any way this could go wrong, unless the skin gets really chewy and rubbery and not good, or I burn them, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And it's always convenient when you don't have to wait for something to preheat, whether that's a smoker or a fryer-later. If we can make this pellet grill even more convenient, I'm here for it. But just like that, all broken down, looking very nice, and it was incredibly easy. That was maybe 3 minutes worth of work. So now we're gonna go ahead and get these bad boys seasoned up, which I like to do in a bowl. And for our rub today, we're gonna go on with some classic Chuds BBQ snake bite. Love this stuff, especially for wings. It's basically an all-purpose seasoning, but it's got some cayenne, jalapeno, and some vinegar powder in there. So it's got a little bit of kick, and it's great on most things, especially chicken. And we're just gonna go in with a nice, healthy amount of this stuff and get that mixed around. But you can do whatever you like. You know, a lot of times with fried wings, I won't put any seasoning on them because we're gonna be putting them in some buffalo sauce or sweet and savory sauce. But it's always good to get a little base layer of flavor going, but not really going for full presentation here. And the bowl makes it super convenient. Oh God, the cayenne. But just like that, decent amount of rub on there. I put a lot in there, although it doesn't really look like there's much in there. I don't even know where it goes. But we're gonna get plenty more color when it's on the pit. So let's go ahead and load these up. Beautiful night to be cooking up some wings. Got myself a little wire rack in here. That's just gonna help keep these wings a little bit cleaner, make transportation a little bit easier, but mostly because I haven't cleaned this grate in a while, and I don't want them to get all sooty. But on we go. Not paying too much attention to where these are going. If there is a flat, I'm gonna go skin side up. And if I find some really big ones like this, I'm probably gonna put them closer to where the fire is, but we can always rotate these around as the cook goes on. And I've been debating all day whether or not I should put these up here or down there, but I think I'm gonna stick with the upper rack just because there's gonna be a really big fire down there. So we're gonna get a lot of radiant heat, and these could burn up really quickly, especially going upward of 400 degrees. So I think up top is the better place to be, but let me know in the comments if you feel like these should be on the bottom rack. But the other beauty about having them up here on a wire rack is we're gonna get a lot more airflow around them and get that convection that we're after, kind of like how an air fryer works, hopefully leading us to some very crispy skin. But just like that, all loaded up, so let's go ahead and fire this thing up. I did go ahead and vacuum out the inside from the last cook, so everything should be good to go. Smoker is heating up, coming up to temp. We got some smoking pecan shell pellets in there today. And I think this might be my go-to pellet moving forward, because I've been really liking the flavor of these. They give a lot more smoke flavor than some of the other pellets I've been using. And they seem a lot more dense and appear to last a little bit longer or stretch a little bit further than some of the other pellets I've been using. But I haven't done any really long cooks with them yet, so I'm not really sure if that is true. But if you have any more experience with these pellets, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. But it should be a very straightforward cook. We're gonna let that pit come up to temp. We'll probably check them in about 20-30 minutes just to make sure everything is going according to plan. And if you really wanted some super smoky wings, you could throw a smoke tube in there, but I have a feeling this cook is only gonna be like an hour long, and those smoke tubes tend to burn for like 4 hours. I'm just now thinking about it, they probably make a smaller smoke tube that I might look into, but I'm not too concerned about having super smoky wings, because we're likely gonna throw some hot sauce and blue cheese on these at the end of the day anyway. But I am excited to see if this method works out, because I cook a lot of chicken wings around here and down at the Chud shop, and most of the time they're going right into the deep fryer. If not that, the Chud Chud box is probably the second best option. That wing basket for the charcoal grill has been getting a lot of use lately. I haven't thrown wings on the offset smoker in a long time just because it's a giant pit and it's pretty unnecessary unless I'm cooking for a big football party or something like that. But you can also fit a lot of wings on this pellet grill. So if this works out, it'll be a great technique to have in the back pocket. This video is sponsored by DoorDash. With DoorDash, you can have almost anything from your local neighborhood delivered right to your door. Whether that's food, flowers, alcohol, retail items, ingredients, or anything else you may need. And DoorDash isn't just an on-demand delivery platform. It's a way to help navigate the complexities of modern day life, giving you a lot more flexibility and just making life a little bit easier. It's not just delivery. DoorDash is your door to more. And I gotta tell you, DoorDash has come in super handy around here over the last few years. Whether I'm halfway through a video when I realize I forgot to buy an onion, or if I've got multiple pits fired up and I don't want to leave the house but I still need to grab some lunch, DoorDash is a great option when I don't want to leave the house. Or especially down at the Chud shop where the grocery store is a little bit too far away and we're kind of isolated. Whenever we get a last minute hankering for some oysters or run out of ice or something like that, we can always count on DoorDash to get whatever we need delivered right to the shop. So if you're looking to make your life a little bit easier and spend less time stuck in traffic, DoorDash is your door to more. Download the DoorDash app right now to get almost anything you need delivered right to your door, or click my link in the description box of this video taking you to DoorDash.com where using my code CHUDS50 you can save up to 50% off, up to $10 on your first order of $15 or more. Again, link in description, that's DoorDash.com where using my link and my code you can save up to 50% off your first order, up to $10 on any order over $15. Thank you, DoorDash. We are 30 minutes on the dot into this cook. We have come up to 400 degrees on the pit. So let's take a look. Getting a good amount of smoke coming out of there, but I think a lot of that is from the juices dripping down onto that plate. But these are looking good. Definitely not crispy yet though. Take a look, a little bit of stickage, but yeah, really not much to write home about at this point. I think I'm gonna go through and flip all these over. Just for even cooking. Judging by the color and how they were feeling, definitely got a hot spot towards the back here. Those are looking a little bit further along. I just temped one of these. They're about 150 internal. So we're gonna shut it down and give them another 20 probably. Just at the 45-minute mark, these are looking good, but we're definitely getting into that territory where these are getting pretty close. Still need a little ways to go, but to help the crispification process, I'm gonna bust out some sprayable duck fat and get these all coated up. That ran out immediately. Good thing we sell it online. Found another one. Oh, there we go. Full coverage. Helps season the cooker too. And essentially what's gonna happen is there's a lot of hot moving convective air in there. So adding oil to the skin of these chicken wings should make this thing act exactly like an air fryer, giving us some really crispy skin, as well as that wonderful duck fat flavor. But Wagyu beef tallow would also be a great idea. And if you don't have either of those, just, you know, canola oil or Pam or something would do the trick. But at this point, I'm gonna keep a pretty close eye on it for the next 20 minutes or so until they're looking nice and crispy, and try not to burn anything. These have been cooking away for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I'm thinking that these are looking pretty done. Truth be told, I probably could have pulled these off at an hour, maybe an hour 10, but I'm going for that extra crispy, beautiful, crunchy skin, and I gotta say, these are looking absolutely perfect. Nice and browned, even color. I've been rotating them around quite a bit because there's a hot spot in the back, but I'm pretty happy with how these are looking. Like, what's not to like about that? Crispy little wing ding. Nothing's too burnt, still feeling nice and juicy, and yeah, feeling crispy. And at this point, you could pull these off and toss them in your favorite sauce. You could toss them in some more rub, but one of my favorite little tricks for grilled wings is bust out the old Frank's Red Hot with a squirt bottle in there. Very convenient. We're gonna let this sauce cook on for a little bit. Kind of gives us the best of both worlds between a dry wing and a saucy one. Does make a bit of a mess though. Oh yeah, get them nice and saucy. Push these back in, let that tack up for probably about 10 minutes and we'll come take a look. Okay, it's been like 3 minutes and that stuff cooked on pretty quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip all these over, get the underside. Give that another couple minutes, then we'll pull them off. And just like that, hour 30 into this cook, maybe 135, but these guys are looking absolutely beautiful. Look at the color. Oh, gotta love it. So, off the pit these come. I have made a lot of wings in my day, folks, but I'm really liking how these are looking, smelling, feeling. Just clocked them in at about 200 degrees internal, because I like to take wings pretty hot. They can handle the heat, but now we're gonna let these cool down, and we'll see how these came out. And there they are, folks, in probably the quickest cook I've ever done on this channel. We've got some crispy, smoky, juicy little chicken wings. Let's see how they came out. I'm gonna start out with one of these little drumskis. That is a fantastic chicken wing. Nice and crispy, obviously nice and tender, not dry. I gotta go back. That is so good. It's got a very unique texture, and I don't know how to describe it, you know? On that first bite, the first thing I thought of was the leg quarters we did on the pellet grill, and it's a completely different texture than the Chud box, the charcoal grill, or the offset, and I don't know how to describe it. It's very soft, very tender. I don't want to say mushy. It's not dry, but it's a unique texture, and I don't know what causes that. I'm thinking it might be maybe more steam stays in the cook chamber in that thing, or maybe there's more radiant heat. It's not bad, but it's just different. And very tasty. Shall we go for a crispy little flat? Boop, boop. Got a little blue cheese dipper over here too. I like that. Right off the bat, the seasoning is great. You know, it's got a little heat on the back end, but nothing too out of control. You got that vinegar spike from the rub and from the Frank's Red Hot, but again, not super saucy, which is nice from time to time. Salt levels are great. Skin is crispy. Definitely picking up some smoke flavor too, but nothing too in your face, which is nice. It's just a delicious little chicken wing. Boop, dip, dip. Really nothing to complain about here, folks. You know, I do like that 0 to 400 method, because if I was gonna do this without putting them on cold, I would just fire that thing up to 400 degrees, maybe 350, and I'll just park these on there and let them cook away and do everything the exact same way. So we're not losing any time. It's definitely not hurting it. So I think I'm gonna keep that technique around for chicken wings, because these are a tasty little bite. And any technique that takes the super convenient pellet grill and makes it even more convenient, I'm here for. That really is good. But before I go ahead and knock out all of these off camera, I think it's time for the official taste test. And I did take the bone out of that. All right, y'all, and that is it. That is how to make some absolutely fantastic smoky 0 to 400 degree pellet grill chicken wings. I highly recommend giving this one a try. You know, you really got nothing to lose. I can't really think of another method that is this convenient. You know, you don't need to wait for a preheat, hour and a half cook for some tender, juicy, crispy, smoky wings. Yes, please. Will I do this again? Absolutely. You know, especially for moments like right now, it is a weeknight. I wanted some chicken wings. I didn't feel like putting in all that much effort, and these came out great. So definitely something I'll be making again for a weeknight meal. Is it the best method for cooking chicken wings? I mean, I think the deep fryer will always hold that category. After that, I'd say probably the Chud box. I mean, that direct heat gets that skin super crispy, but I'm rarely gonna fire up the offset to cook chicken wings unless I'm cooking for like 30 people. So I think the pellet grill makes a lot of sense, and definitely something I'll be doing again. But all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you do give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chuds BBQ. Let's see what y'all are cooking. Big shout out to all the Patreon members. Thank you for supporting Team Chud and allowing me to keep making all these videos. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace.